Well, hello Morenci. So today we're going to be working on a trebuchet design. And let's go and put that up here on the board. On the sketch pad here. Once again, that word is spelled trebuchet. That's Trebuchet. Trebuchet. Alright, so a trebuchet is a type of catapult, and instead of using spring force to do the job, a trebuchet uses gravity to do the job. And so its rotation point is up here, and just to recap, it's got basically a big long stick that comes through its rotation point with a sling on it. You load your payload in here. This has some sort of big weight, and it's either fixed or free swinging. We're gonna make ours free swinging, I think. And so when this comes down, this goes up, and somewhere up around here, the payload is released. So we need to come up with a system that allows us to do all this and be very strong right up here. I'm thinking triangles. So let's go ahead and get to it. So first we're going to need a big long base, especially because as this weight comes down, it's going to present a lot of torques and the like to this, and we're also going to shift our center of gravity quite a bit. So we need something that's nice and long and sturdy to be able to push into the ground where it's needed. And of course we're going to need to come up here with a sort of center pole. And I'm going to go ahead and put a notch in it for our axle. So here's our axle. We could put a bearing through here and screw that down into the wood and just sort of capture the bearing. And that would give us a really nice free spinning surface for things. That's a good idea. And coming off the side here, we're going to need at least a couple of supports. One coming off this way, one coming off of this way. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up the internet real quick and see if there's anything I'm missing in terms of the supports. And no, this is basically it. Although I do like this idea. I just saw they came over with a crossbar like this, and I think that's going to be a really good idea. So we can drop in a couple of screws in this area, and of course we'll have some sort of bolt or screw coming through here like that, and then something through here like this. This should be a mortise and tenon joint, probably, if we can squeeze it in. And of course we should do something similar on the ends again. So let's do a detail view. I could have drawn this one better. There we go. So of course this peg here fits into this slot, and then we drive a pin through it to hold everything together and hit the whole thing with glue. So this is a pretty good frame. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at our base, but let's go ahead and just make sure we've labeled things. Frame. That's what I thought. It's an SE. More some tenons. And we're going to need a call out here. A bearing. Pretty sure that's right. Anyway, so there we've got our frame. Let's go ahead and look at our throwing arm. So again, from looking at the designs that are online, we've got a big long arm like this. It's usually got some sort of pin here. And dropping off the bottom of that is a sling. I'm not really sure how I would depict the sling here, so we're just going to give it a call out. The axis of rotation is actually back here, so I've been drawing this picture wrong. What we have is a very long sling arm, a sling side, and a very short weight side. So here's our axis of rotation. And then, depending on the style, this is either a big fixed weight or a big hanging weight. I'm going to draw the hanging weight style. For some odd reason, I think it's more appropriate to what we're working on. I don't know why. Either would work just fine. And these will usually be semi-rounded so that as they swing through, they don't knock out any of the structure. These corners, these clipped corners prevent that from happening. So we'll call this big weight. All right. So this is our sling arm. I guess you should probably put that down. Here's our frame. Let's go ahead and do a top view of the frame just so we make sure we know what that's going to look like. And I think we're going to call it good. All right, I think this is really about it. So, yeah, this has been a Trebuchet design. We should probably mention, of course, that we're going to make this out of 2x2s, just like the other catapult. So, let's do that. And, you know, I think this is going to work. So, my name is Mr. Hilbert. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, go ahead and like and subscribe over here. Watch other videos in this general area. And leave comments in the section below. Have a great day, guys.